Hello out there in YouTube land. I see that I have two people watching. Feel free to give me a sign of your presence. Hello out there in YouTube land. I see that I have. Oops. Got my YouTube pulled up because StreamYard doesn't show me all of my chats. So I'm also on my YouTube channel and have a fat animal on my lap. Puff, see, like right now, I can see comments on YouTube on the player, but I can't see them here on StreamYard. Hello, Puff. Thank you for coming. I just thought I'd pop on and see what everybody's up to. See if anybody's on. Cat's making biscuits on me. Well, he's got my earbuds wrapped around his butthole. Okay. That's nice. That's fine. This is fine. I'm fine. It's fine. I don't know why my face looks brown for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm just gonna wait and see if anybody's on tonight. See if anybody gets a notification that I am here. Could you please stop making biscuits, Percy? Please. What's up, Puff? How are you tonight? Stop making biscuits and spitting on me, Percy. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Pretty good. That's good. Good to hear. Nothing paranormal happening on my end, I don't think. Fortunately and unfortunately. Has anybody ever had a cat that spits when he gets excited or happy? My cat, this cat, just spits all over me. He just slobbers everywhere. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just weird. I should probably post over on the Facebook page and stuff and let everybody know that I'm live because nobody's going to know, probably. Close this down. Stop making biscuits. Live stream right now. Where's that poop background? Oh, well. I don't know why, but the Facebook page has been acting really weird. I don't know what's going on with it. So, it says we got two people. Puff's one of them. Who's the other? Nobody shows up in 10 minutes. I'm leaving. I doubt that anybody gets notifications. Did anybody get any notifications that I was live at all, or did you just happen to see it in your subscription list? Or I'll never tell anybody to turn on the notification bell. I never do that, so I just assume nobody else does either. Yeah, just happened to see it, that's what I figured. Yeah, I don't know if there's, um yeah. Hmm. I know there were some problems earlier this year with the notification bell. People were saying that it wasn't working and stuff, and, I never tell anybody to turn it on, I probably should, but I don't, unfortunately. We'll see if anybody pops in. Probably not. Um, I've never really done a live stream on a Thursday night. People usually see me on, like, Mondays or Fridays, so in notifications, hello and welcome, by the way. So you did get a notification? That's good, I guess. Let's see. Did you guys have a good Christmas if you celebrate Christmas? My god, he finally stopped making biscuits. That's good. He's a big cat, aren't you? It hurts when he makes biscuits on my lap. I'm sure you could probably hear it in the microphone too. That's good, Puff. I don't really do anything for Christmas. We kind of just laid around and watched TV a little bit, I think. And we went out and walked around the park some, and that was about it. We didn't do much. I did, however, this year want to put up a Christmas tree for the cats just so they could tear it down, but we never got around to it. So I guess I could still put one up just for the cats so they wouldn't know that it's not Christmas. And just let them destroy it, just rip it to pieces. Everybody, all the memes are like, making fun of the cats for tearing down the Christmas trees. I actually wanted my cats to have a tree to tear down because I remember one time when I was a kid, I had a litter of kittens. I didn't have them personally, but the cat that I had first had a litter of kittens. And, they had such a good time with the tree. It was almost, more fun than anything else on Christmas was watching them destroy it. Oh, and then one year we put popcorn on the tree. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody do that, but, I had a big orange Manx cat, and his name was Thomas, and he climbed the tree and ate all the popcorn off the string. So he didn't tear the tree down, he just ate all the popcorn off of it. Right on, Dilla. Sounds good. Like I said, I don't know how long I'll stick around. Just wanted to pop on here and see if anybody, you know, would notice that I'm streaming. Uh, let's see. I guess I could. I don't think anybody sees my Twitter. I don't even know about Twitter. Twitter is a dead zone for me. Probably wouldn't do any good to tweet. See, looks like a few people saw the Facebook post, so maybe we'll have some people join us soon. Hello, Chew. Thank you for coming. Merry Christmas to you as well. Hope you had a good holiday. Anybody had any UFO sightings or Squatch sightings? I feel like it's that time of the year where, people tend to have some Squatch and UFO sightings. I saw a really cool Squatch video today. I posted over on the Facebook page. I don't know if it's real or not. Probably not, because it's really good. So if it were real, it would be like the luckiest catch in the world, and I think it would have probably got more attention than it did. But did anybody see that? The people, they're standing around their Christmas tree, and the woman who's filming just happens to look out the window, and she sees a squatch out behind her garage, and so the whole family runs out into the yard, and they're like, "Whoa, what is that?" And they're filming it, and, they've got a little dog bouncing around there, and he's yapping at it and just, having a fit. And I don't know if it's real or not, but it's a really good video if it is real. I mean, it could just be a dude in a squatch suit, obviously, but, that was really cool. I was trying to find more Bigfoot sightings, like, around Christmas and around December and stuff like that, and I stumbled across that one. And then, there was traffic camera footage from Oregon where somebody, called in from the highway and said that there was a squatch beside the road, and the dispatcher checked the camera because they had cameras on this strip of road, and there was something kinda walking along the side of the road. It was humongous. It looked way bigger than a person, and, I don't know if that one's a squatch either. It was a really kinda bad picture, so can't really tell by the picture whether or not it's a real squatch. I think somebody may have hoaxed that, honestly, but it's still kinda cool, It could be a squatch, we don't know. Have no idea. It could be a squatch, couldn't it, Percy? Yeah, Percy seems to think it probably was. I've got a cat down here in case you can't see who I'm talking to. Whoops. Have any of you, had a chance to catch the Para X shows that I've been doing by any chance? Just out of curiosity. I've got cat hair all over my nose and everything. Phew. Didn't know if anybody was really or not watching it, but listening to it. I've been trying to find a place to make an archive of those episodes because I think I've got like what, 8 now or something like that. And I didn't know if anybody would want to listen to those, but I've been trying to find a place to put them, and I thought I could put them on SoundCloud, but it turns out you can only put so many files on SoundCloud without having to pay for it. And I'm not going to pay for it because I could just upload them to my YouTube channel if it was really that big of a deal, you know. So why would I go to the trouble of putting them? Ow. Oh my god, that cat is so mean to me. Um I just didn't know if anybody was checking those out or not. No Bigfoot or UFO, bunch of bad guys trying to. Huh. Into your house, Chew? Hopefully not your house. That's pretty scary. Um, I've actually how many times? Like twice in my adult life had people try to break in to my house and apartment. Very scary. Very, 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 very scary. I think the first time, might have been the second time. I think it's only happened twice really, but, one time I believe it was the neighbor because he was a weirdo and Lord knows he was probably coming to steal bologna out of the fridge or something. I mean, oh, where you live? Oof, that's really scary. Good thing you've got cameras, I mean, the apartment building. Wow. Keep your doors locked. But I lived in an apartment in Indianapolis. It's technically a suburb of Indianapolis, but was just right outside the city, like 15 minutes, I think. And there was a party going on downstairs in the apartment below me because I was on the third floor, and they had their sliding glass door open on the back of their apartment, and I was on my balcony so I could hear everybody talking and stuff, and I kinda overheard that they were coming upstairs, and I was like, "Oh my gosh," like, I had no idea there's 4 apartments upstairs, so I didn't know which one they were coming to, but I was the only person on the 3rd floor, and lo and behold, they came to my apartment door and tried to beat the door down. Very scary. Very, very, very scary. I've actually thought about a couple times, because I did that story on Reddit on Let's Not Meet. I shared it over there about, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. I've posted a few Let's Not Meet stories on Reddit, and I've thought about making a video out of them. I just never get around to it because they're not paranormal, so I don't know if there'd really be much of a point in putting those on my channel. But yeah, that's always really scary when something like that happens. Glad you're okay. Has anything like that ever happened before? Is it kind of like a one-time thing? It's really scary. Sometimes the living are more frightening than the dead, huh? Let me switch over to Facebook here. See if I can lure some people into our stream. Hey, Sock. Yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. I personally, I like to live in a city. I don't like to be out in the middle of nowhere because it's where I grew up in Kentucky in the middle of nowhere. And I mean nowhere. And so I hate living out away from excitement and, activities and things to do and things to see and all that. But yeah, it definitely has its benefits. Change the padlock on the back door of the building. That's really scary. Hopefully, they catch him. Maybe I don't know, maybe the cops will come out and patrol at just the right time or something. It seems like, they're never around when you need them, though, at least in my experience. See, I wonder, how do I share the link to the stream? Probably can't. Yeah, I definitely trust wild animals a lot more. Definitely. No argument there. See, I'm gonna try to share the link if I can. I don't know if this'll work. It doesn't show me in StreamYard. Um, Hopefully it doesn't glitch out or anything and, like, quit working. That would be my luck. Oh, come on. Come on. Ugh. Copy link address. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I think I'm aging out of technology, guys. And, of course, it won't post. Okay. So, like, when the cops are nearby, the criminals are not. Yeah, that's yeah, sock, I don't either, to be completely honest. I've had some bad experiences with them. Have my god, I can't type at all right now. Hopefully this works. We'll see. I love how, StreamYard always generates a different thumbnail for, like, every time, if I post the video over on Facebook, it's a different thumbnail every time you load the page. And I always look like a doofus in every single thumbnail. I'm always like, "Ooh," It'll probably get that one, actually. Well, too, that's really scary. Any chance you can move away? I know that's not always an option, but maybe just getting out of there and going to a safer neighborhood or something would be worth the trouble, you know? Ooh. Okay, now I'm curious. You gotta tell me the story. Yep, we're all waiting, Chew. You gotta share the story with us. Um, I've had actually was just, um well, long story. I was just kinda talking about this evening. Had a lot of weird things happen, at my house when I was growing up, stuff that I don't still to this day, I have no explanation for. And I've just been kinda divvying out these stories over on Let's Not Meet on Reddit. Nobody believes that they're true, but they are. But there's like, 100 people out there reading my Reddit stories on other YouTube channels. I keep thinking even if I tell them that they can't, they're gonna do it anyway. I need to make, those Reddit videos I was talking about earlier. That way I can at least file a copyright claim if I have to. If they use it without asking. A lot of people do. But yeah, I have a lot of weird experiences, but I think I only have the 2 break-ins. And then there was one time when I was a kid where someone tried to we had like a kind of a weird looking wooden back door on our house and we lived out in the middle of nowhere, so you don't have to worry about neighbors in a place like that or anybody driving by and seeing you up to mischief or anything. And, we woke up one morning and the back door was all whittled down around the doorknob because somebody had taken a knife in the night and tried to, I guess, kinda scoop out enough wood around the latch part of the door so that they could get it open, and God knows what they were gonna do once they got it open. Luckily, they didn't manage to get it open, but yeah, pretty scary. kinda scary already. They actually came into your house, so they didn't have to try to break in because they already got in. You better hurry up and type fast, you. I wanna know what happens. Oh, smart thinking. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've heard of people in, I don't know, I guess some other country. I think I read this on Reddit initially, but I've heard of it since then too, about people laying down in the road like they're dead, or like they're hurt or something, like maybe they wrecked and they were ejected from their vehicle and they flew out into the street. And then when a car comes through, you kind of have to stop or else you run over them. And then when you stop, you get hijacked or I don't know, ambushed by a bunch of people or something like that. You guys ever heard about that? Because that's really scary. I'll tell you what, after reading stories like those, if it happens to me, I'm going to keep driving. Roadkill or not, I'm going to keep driving. Not stopping. Sorry. Somebody's going to get squished. Oh, your arm was broke. Yeah, so you'd have had a pretty hard time defending yourself if they had. Yeah. Do you have any artillery, if you know what I mean? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's always good to have something like that. Um, I can't imagine people just not having any type of, you know, any way to protect yourself. Because you think about it, I mean, if somebody just breaks in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and storms into your house, like, what do you do? If you don't have anything to protect yourself with, what do you do? Scream? Like those bird memes, "I'm gonna scream." It's not gonna help. Let's see. See if anybody is seeing the posts over on the Facebook page. Yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot of people are online tonight. I'd say everybody's probably exhausted from all of the Christmas crazy stuff. Yeah. Yeah, sock, I agree. That's always a great thing to have. It really is. And dogs, like the thing that was going on when I was a kid, um, where the person whittled out the door, that was part of it. I had a German Shepherd at the time, and he was poisoned. I think he attacked whoever it was. I mean, it was basically a prowler who was just, I don't know if they were messing with us and they weren't really seriously trying to get in, or if they were just trying to make it look like they were trying to get in just to kind of, terrorize us. I don't know what the deal was. But I had a German Shepherd, and he lived in the house primarily, but, my mom would put him outside to use the bathroom. And he attacked something one night in the bushes. "Hey, Pappy." Thank you for coming. The dog attacked something in the bushes. There was, like, a little hollow down below where the house was at, and, the dog attacked something. And that was the end of it. The dog came back, everything was fine, and then a few weeks later, a few days later, I don't know exactly how long it was afterwards, somebody poisoned my dog and killed him, and I'd had that dog since he was a puppy, and, it was really depressing, really heartbreaking. So a lot of times, dogs are not even. I always feel bad too, kinda dependent on a dog for protection. I mean, if you're walking the dog and the dog just happens to be, protective and territorial, maybe in that situation. But as far as like ever having one outside of my house or anything like that to protect me, I don't think I could ever do that because I've had a lot of animals and pets and stuff get murdered, kind of like Munchie, the German Shepherd. And I just would never feel right putting them in harm's way. But a cannon, that's the way to go. Just have some type of, trying to think of synonyms so I don't have to say the word, but probably already gonna have YouTube on my hind end anyway for something. It's only been 30 minutes. They probably already tagged me. I've decided that that's why they're intentionally suppressing my channel is because I keep saying offensive things on live streams. Yeah, Socket is sad. Really, really super sad. Carry a knife and baton. Haven't even got out of bed yet today. Saw some glittery pepper spray the other day at Walmart. It was in a really tacky, bejeweled bottle thing. I don't know, I guess like a little canister? I've never had a pepper spray. I just feel like, I don't know. I mean, I just don't feel like it's really that great of a means of protection. I feel like there are better options than pepper spray, but I don't know. I mean, I guess they're good to have. Somebody gives you one or you get one for $5 at Walmart and it's got bedazzles on it and whatever. I've never had one myself. Bedazzled pepper spray. Man, I'd feel sassy spraying somebody with that. All blinged out and everything. Crazy. You need to come on over, Chew. Make the move and load up on artillery. Just have, like, how they have those elaborate, um, libraries and big mansions and stuff? It's just, like, books from floor to ceiling. You could just have, um, synonyms. I need synonyms that YouTube bots are not gonna recognize. Yeah, you should definitely do that and get out of there, get away from that place where those people keep trying to break in and stuff. Cause that's really scary. You never know. I mean, and, like, there's an area close to where I live that's really bad and really dangerous, and I don't think it's even as bad as it used to be, but it's still pretty rough, and there's just all kinds of crazy stuff nonstop happening, and, I mean, if you live in a place like that, not saying that it's like where you live, I'm just saying, like, this one particular place. Actually, I forgot where I was going with that, but, yeah, yeah. I mean, right? Like, I just feel like the stars have to kind of align a little bit for pepper spray to really be a beneficial tool for protecting yourself. Um, I would think maybe some brass knuckles or something would possibly even be better. Like, at least you could probably retrieve them quicker and, maybe if you're walking through a dark, dirty alley by yourself at night in a bad location, you could just have them on and have them ready to go. I mean, why waste your time with bedazzled pepper spray, right? Pepper bear spray doesn't work. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I think I would rather have like a sharp object or like I said, a blunt object. Something. anything. There was a place we lived at in Florida, and I don't know why. I don't think it was well, I can't say that I don't think there was paranormal activity there because there might have been, I don't know. But I just got the weirdest feeling at night sometimes real late. And you know that gut feeling that you get and it's usually right and you're supposed to pay attention to it. And there was a lot of glass, lots of like big windows, and then there was like the Florida room on the back with a big glass sliding window. So in theory, um anybody could have stood in the backyard and looked into the house and saw most of the interior of the house through all that glass. And I don't know if it was just the idea of the glass making me uncomfortable. Maybe that was what it was. I don't know. But at night, there were times where I would just feel like somebody was watching me through all those windows. And then I would get it in my head like, "Oh my god, what if somebody's prowling?" And, like, I'm not in good old Kentucky anymore where things aren't really all that likely to happen. Because I mean, I don't know. That's probably not even accurate because more things have happened to me in Kentucky than any place else, yet for some reason, I feel like it's safer in Kentucky. I don't know. Don't ask me. It's weird brainwashing, whatever, I have no idea, but, I don't know, I just would always get really paranoid, so I would go and get this hatchet, and I would keep it nearby just in case I needed to, like, you know, Jason Voorhees a head or something like that, and I just thought, "Somebody comes through that door, they're getting the hatchet." I'm just gonna swing it and ask questions later. But there was a lot of, plants and stuff out there too, and a lot of times when the wind would blow at night, because it's, like, always windy there on the coast, it would look like movement, suspicious movement outside the house. It was really ominous. Change of altitude and temperature will burst it? Yeah, good point. Sometimes you can't stab or slash. No, I mean, the way I look at it is if I leave everybody alone, they need to leave me alone. So if I'm in a desolate, potentially dangerous place and somebody aggresses or advances on me, I think they advance on me in a aggressive way, I'm gonna like, whip out my nunchucks or something. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for clarification on what their intentions are. It's not gonna happen because I've experienced some weird things. So I don't know. Take the hatchet from you. I know, right? That's like the worst case scenario. That's why you have to time it right, sock. You gotta home court advantage. You gotta time it just right. I know. I don't know how to use nunchucks for the record. I think they're funny and it just popped into my head, nunchucks. Yeah, I have no idea how to use them though. Swing them aggressively and wildly with fury. Swing them with fury and hope that you land a lick somewhere. I don't know. And then there's, Louisville Sluggers. Everybody carries those. I think that's one of the only reasons that people who don't know that Kentucky exists, 'cause a lot of people in other states don't even know where Kentucky is. They think it's like out by Colorado and stuff. But it's funny how many people recognize a Louisville Slugger, though. A lot of people know what those are. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even know like what does it have to do with Louisville? I don't know. Baseball, I guess. I'm not into sports. Maybe this is why I have no idea. I've seen them my whole life. I've seen people have them, in their cars and stuff, but I don't know the origin of a Louisville Slugger, which is ridiculous because I'm from Kentucky, and I assume they are too. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of one. Just trying to think of some more weird stuff. Non-paranormal weird stuff. Oh my god, YouTube's gonna have a field day with this video. I don't even care. Whatever. It's fine. And speaking of YouTube, I think I've got it all figured out with the COPPA stuff. I'm not too worried about it now. A lot of people are freaking out about that still, and I guess there's a lot of big YouTubers shutting their channels down January 1st. It's not going to affect me at all, I don't think. I think I'm safe because I don't do anything fantastic enough to draw the attention of children. And obviously, my audience, I think my analytics, I don't even know how to use any of that stuff. My husband looks at it, but my viewership doesn't come from kids. So I think I'm good. I'm going to try to upload tomorrow. It's going to be a super short video. Yeah. Actually, Sock, I have this talent that I have affectionately dubbed Possum Fury. I've been in several altercations, physical altercations in my life, and it's never been with another girl. And I've never not won ish, except once. Yeah, there you go. Just have a squatch on your arm at any given time. But yeah, I should be able to get that video posted tomorrow. If not, I'll post it some other time. I try not to go too late into Fridays because then nobody sees the video and then it doesn't get any views, and it kind of needs to get views shortly after it goes up because YouTube started to say something I probably shouldn't say, but YouTube is a bunch of whatevers. I don't know. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so I should have a video up tomorrow, hopefully. It's going to be another video of a ghost picture. You all may or may not have seen it on the Facebook page. I don't know. It's kind of a cool picture, though. Picture of a shadow person. 60 rounds of it. Yeah, just like Rambo, maybe, with the belts of bullets. That way, and like banana clips and stuff, and you can just feed it right in. My God, I'm going to get banned from YouTube. I got to stop saying buzzwords. I don't know why they pick on me. I always try to keep it, slightly less offensive than it could be. I could be far more colorful, I guess, but they always pick on me if I say anything weird. White rhino. Nice. Very nice. I'm so tired of filtering myself. I'm just going to say what I want to say. Frigate. I had a 45 the night the guys tried to kick my door down in Indianapolis. And that feeling you have right before, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. There's a feeling you get right before you think, like, holy cow, is it really going to come to this? Terrifying. terrifying feeling because I just felt like my door was gonna fly open at some point, and, I had, like, 5 cats and a chihuahua bouncing around at my feet. Now, there wasn't 5, what was there, maybe 4 or 3? I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 5 cats and a chihuahua, and the little chihuahua was going crazy, and I just remember standing on the other side of that door while they're beating on it, and I was just like, "Oh, this is really gonna happen." And, I actually that reminds me of a video I saw on YouTube a couple years back, I think. It was audio, it wasn't video. It was a 911 call. It was real too. I don't think it was like one of those fake ones because it sounded legit. Um, I was like, "What is that behind me?" That's Pippi licking her butt. Um, this woman somebody was breaking in on her, and she told the dispatcher, she's like, "I've got a SHOTGUN." She's like, "If he comes in, I'm gonna use it." And so there's like, I don't know, it felt like forever, but it might have been 5 minutes on the call. I don't know. It could have been 30 minutes, could have been 5 minutes, but you could hear this guy like beating the crap out of her windows and trying to bust her door. And then you hear um, discharge of the. Yeah, hopefully the bots can't spell. Cat's checking on me. They won't leave me alone. I just don't ever get a whole lot of privacy with these cats. They just dominate my life. I'm fine with it, really. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's nice to have them around.
Just saw Pippi in the background on the video.
See if I can pull this chair a little closer. It's about to turn into a cat show again. It's funny. They are funny. Cats, I'm pretty sure, are aliens, by the way. I think they're aliens. I don't think they're even people. They're not even human. I used to have this weird job. I got so many scary stories from this particular job. Oh my God. I used to work for a tax company in Texas. I didn't work in Texas. I lived in Kentucky and I worked in Kentucky, like remote independent contract. What the company did was buy up. Yeah, I've got 5 too, but there's just 2 of the most glorious ones. Plenty of bobcats. I like bobcats. I'd love to have one for a pet. That would be interesting, to say the least. This company used to buy up. I'm so tired I can't even think. Delinquent property taxes, and they wanted research done on it, which, long story short, meant that I had to take pictures of the property at some point in the process, which meant that I had to drive out to people's property and take pictures of their house. And for many years, it was only like the last year that I worked for this company, they required you to get out and get photogenic shots of the property, which I bounced. I was like, no, I've learned my lesson. I'm not stopping the engine, not getting out and stepping foot on anybody's property, especially in the state of Kentucky where everybody's got a boomstick waiting for you before you even pull in. But that's another one of my Reddit stories. I actually got cornered one time by some people who I'm pretty sure were cooking illegal things in a holler in a trailer. I mean, it was like it was I know exactly what was going on up there. And I saw these people, I think, if I remember correctly, I think I saw them as I went up the road, and then I got stuck because the road dead ended and I had to turn around. And when I turned around and turned the corner, they were blocking the road with weapons. And I was like, oh my God, no. And so there was a couple of minutes there where I don't know, you could hear that desert whistle song play, before the guys pull out their GUNs and draw on each other. I can't whistle or I'd do it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I was just sitting there like, gonna have to run them all over all at once, quickly. And that's actually why I ended up getting that 45, I think, and kept it on me. I kept it on me. It stayed in my glove box. I picked up a hitchhiker one time too, around that same time, because it was in my glove box that evening. And there was a guy hitchhiking, and I was like, I've never picked up a hitchhiker before. This should be interesting. And real life Breaking Bad, almost, almost you, yeah. So I pulled up to him. I was like, "Hey, where are you going?" I'm such an idiot. I didn't get murdered, okay? Spoiler alert, I didn't die. But he said he was going to town, which was like 7 miles away, and I thought, well, you can't accomplish much in 7 miles, and he doesn't look all that terrifying or anything. And so I was like, well, okay, I'll take you to town if you want to hop in. And I had somebody in the passenger seat, so he got in the back seat. And as soon as he got in, like I put the car in gear and it locked the doors. And I turned around and I was like, this is my time to shine. So I turned around and see, I'm like, just so you know, I have a loaded 45 in my glove box. And if you try any weird shit, I will pew pew you. And he's like, okay, no, okay, that's fine. I was like, all right, let's go. He wasn't a weirdo. I mean, I could tell by looking. I know everybody says that and they're wrong, but I feel like I can really tell by looking if people are weirdos or not. Um, Getting chicken and quail coops. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Bobcats sure are cute, though. You're not a bobcat, Pippi. But you're still cute. She's pretty cute for a cat, I mean. For a tiny, hairy alien creature, I mean.
That's the closest thing we got to a bobcat.
She may actually be a bobcat. I don't know. We may or may not already have a bobcat. It's turning into a cat show. I'm not, Sock. I'm really not. I'm just eccentric. Just a weirdo. But, you should always seize the opportunity to do something cinematic once in a while in your life. I live by that motto. I feel like, if you get the opportunity, why not? Might as well, right? But I guess in a way, I was kind of serious because, I mean, what do you do? Like, pick up a hitchhiker. They could be a serial killer. You just need to let them know up front that it's totally cool if they need a ride. But if things get weird, I mean, I just feel like that's fair. I'm a very honest person. Gangster cat mob boss. More like extremely weird hermit cat lady. Oh, I've got so many other weird stories. I almost thought of one. I used to lie to those people when I did that job, by the way, that tax job. I got chased down by a guy in his boxer shorts and a house coat one time. Um, I can't even I have no excuse for why I pulled over. It was stupid on my part. I was very young when I did this job, and it paid really well, especially considering there were never any jobs in Eastern Kentucky, so you took what you could get, and I got that one fair and square through nepotism, okay? 'Cause I knew a guy who knew a guy, but, no, it was a good paying job, but it was extremely dangerous, but I got chased down by a guy in Greenup County, I think, Greenup County, Kentucky. And I lied to him because I didn't know what else to say because he was extremely large and extremely angry and half naked, and, he's like he comes up to the window and he puts his arms on the window and he's he's like, "Just take pictures of my house." And I was like, "Yeah, I work for the PVA." He bought it. He totally believed it. Hook, line, and sinker. He believed it. I was like, "We're just updating the maps and stuff for the PVA," which is the Property Valuation Association or administration or one of those words. And he's like, "Oh, okay. All right then. All right." And he took off. But he flagged me down on the road and my dumb ass pulled over. I have another super weird story similar to that, not related to that job. There was some weird stuff going on once upon a time that it didn't really amount to a hill of beans, except for this part. This is the only part that got interesting. I got followed one time by a red Grand Prix with really black tinted windows, and I suspected for a few miles they were following me. It kind of seemed like they were. And, I was out on this lonely strip of highway, of course, that's always where it happens, isn't it? I was headed toward Isonville, Kentucky. You can look it up. It's a crazy road. They've actually done a lot of work on it. It's not as curvy as it used to be, but it's very desolate. And, what was it 32? 32 going to Isonville, Kentucky. Anyway, I was like, "I think this car's following me, so I'm just gonna pull over and let them pass, and if they pass, then, problem solved." And so I found a shoulder and I pulled off on it, and they pulled up behind me. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Nope, not at all." And I sat there for a second, I watched them, I was like, "Are they gonna get out?" They never got out. I never saw who was driving it. I never saw how many people were in the car, if the driver was male, female, Squatch, Cthulhu. I have no idea who was in the car. It could have been driving itself like Christine for all I know, have no clue. It wasn't, of course, but it could have been. And, finally, I went to pull back out on the road, and I kinda gave them the old switcheroo, and they ended up pulling out on the road, and then they had to go on. But, no idea what that was about. Yeah. The hell no guy. Yeah, I'll probably never pick up another hitchhiker, but I felt like that guy was probably harmless because Sandy Hook wasn't really, too dangerous of a place. I don't know. It had its moments. Um, See, I say that, and it's actually like one of the most crooked towns on the face of the earth. No kidding. I've thought about writing a book about how dirty my hometown is, as far as like um, their law enforcement. They don't have any. They have a couple of little fat sheriffs. Let me ask you guys something. I think I might ask you this before. I'm gonna ask you again. Is it weird that my school bus driver from like kindergarten, well, maybe first grade till my senior year, which I didn't ride the bus after eighth grade, but the school bus driver was also the sheriff. Is that weird? Matt says it's weird. And I'm like, I don't know. It seems pretty normal to me in a small town. And he frequently drove the school bus with his sheriff uniform on. And also, his brother was the deputy sheriff and he drove the school bus in front of my school bus. And he also drove in his uniform. I don't know if that's weird or not. I mean, multitasking, right? They were just multitasking. Normal in a small town. Yeah. Oh, speaking of hitchhikers, I know what I was gonna say. I've been trying to find the right moment to tell you guys about this. There's never been a right moment because I can't collect all the details because there's very little about it on the internet. I feel like I need a drum roll. I can't just say this. My uncle was a serial killer. I feel like there should be applause now. Drum roll, then applause. My uncle was a serial killer and he was a hitchhiker serial killer, but I think it was reversed. I think he wasn't the hitchhiker. He picked up hitchhikers? I can't remember. Like I said, there's not a whole lot about it online because this happened in the 40s or 50s? 50s maybe, possibly. Let me see if I can Google something about it real quick. So, I think this is the only article that I really can ever find about it. And I don't think this article's accurate at all. I don't know, there's so many conflicting stories. Can I post this in here? Yeah, okay, that works. All these technical difficulties I'm having tonight, you guys should be like, "Okay, boomer." Um Well, there's a survey on the page now. I don't know if that link doesn't work. If it takes you to a survey, I'm sorry. It was working, but it's not now. Don't take the survey if that's where it takes you to. I don't know what's going on with that. All these spammy websites, good God. Like, just let me look at the article about my serial killer uncle, Google. Come on. He had a cool serial killer nickname. I think he was the Dream Killer or something stupid like that. Sleepwalker Killer or something. I don't know. I think I was back before Trent does Run of the Family. This is like, great after the conversation about the hatchet, right? No, there's a whole lot of conspiracy surrounding this whole story with him that he likely didn't do anything, and the woman actually did, but he took the blame for it because he was in love with her. Well, if that's true or not, I have no idea if that's true or not. But there's a whole bunch of weird family secrets in my family. And then there's also the secrets involving that whole thing. He needs the money. He's been dead for years. He died in prison in the 90s, I think. But yeah, I had a serial killer for an uncle. And I always thought, like, wouldn't it be cool if I do like a serial killer episode on the show and I'm like talking about this guy and how scary he is, and at the end of the show I'll be like, and guess what, guys? He's my uncle. But I can't find enough information about it to do a show on it. And everybody in my family's got a different version of the story. So God knows what's true. I don't know. I have no idea. What's that guy's name? F. Lee Bailey? F. Lee Bailey was the attorney for the woman that was involved in that, because supposedly they were kind of doing it together, but then she told a totally different story later on and kind of pinned it all on him. But she got put in prison in Louisiana or Mississippi. And is it F. Lee Bailey? That famous lawyer? Let me Google that. I'm probably saying like some stupid crazy name that doesn't exist. No, yeah, Francis Lee Bailey Jr. I guess, Jr. He was disbarred in 2001. What? And 2003. He got disbarred twice. Wow. He was involved in the O.J. Simpson murder trial, though. I don't know if you all ever watched that. When I was in school and that was going on, we watched it every day on TV. The teachers were way more interested in that than they were us. So it was like, oh my God, it was like the end of the school year almost. How, at the end of the year, they let you do whatever the hell you want and just have a blast. Yeah, I mean, the O.J. Simpson trial was like a festival to me and my classmates too, also, because, we were all there together. It was a free for all, and the teacher would just sit there and watch the TV, and she didn't care what we did. It was awesome. I mean, it's not awesome what happened. Obviously, you guys know that, but the trial, I just think it's funny that my teachers were so stupid. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it's funny that Nicole Brown Simpson died, because it's definitely not. Hell of a plot twist. Plot twist. I'm related to a serial killer. He probably would have been famous if he'd waited about 10 years before he did anything. But I think they just weren't ready for serial killers back then. It seemed like they were it was in the infancy of naming serial killers and doing, what's that show called? That show I love so much. What is it even called? Cold Case Files. Oh my God. How did I not remember the name of that show? I'm all over the place tonight. Yeah, so haha, guys, I got a serial killer for an uncle. I just think it would be so funny. You know how all these crime channels on YouTube are always talking about serial killers, but they're always all doing the same ones that somebody else already did? I got one that they ain't going to do because they ain't going to find nothing about it. I can't even find anything about it. A lot of the older people in my family, unfortunately, have already passed away, so there's really nobody to ask. But I have a sneaking suspicion that if I had have ever asked anybody, any of the older people, they would have just lied about it, so I wouldn't have got a straight story anyway, I guess. But it's really fascinating to me. I would love to know the details of it, but no luck at all. That's what I'm going to call this stream. I'm going to clickbait the title of this stream. My serial killer uncle. My uncle is a serial killer. You watch, I'll get like a gazillion views on it, and everybody be like, what is wrong with her? Today on Sarah's True Crime episode, we're going to talk about cats and hitchhikers, and then for 3 minutes we're going to talk about my serial killer uncle, for I tell you that I know absolutely nothing about it. Oh, God. When you get to that point of tiredness where everything's funny, I think that's where I'm at right now. F. Lee Bailey. The ghost of Johnny Cochran. I forget if that was on Saturday Night Live or what. Anybody remember the ghost of Johnny Cochran? My nose is so runny. I'm sorry. I have no immune system. None whatsoever. I'm sick all the time now. Enjoy yourself. I love laughing at my own jokes. That's how I occupy all my free time. Tiny fiddle playing just for me. Such a miserable old cat lady, you guys. I'm gonna keep digging around, though. See what I can find about my serial killer uncle. Sorry, I gotta bring it up a time or two more so it won't really be clickbait. See how many more interesting details I can dig up. Oh, one thing I do know about it, supposedly while he was incarcerated, he started admitting to a whole bunch of other murder cases that he obviously couldn't have done because he was in jail when they happened. And then I think they changed his name from like the Dream Sleep something killer to no, it was something before that, and then they changed it to that. And that's why they gave him that name, is because I guess he was nuts. I don't know. I mean, well, a lot of the older people in my family are nuts, so it really wouldn't be all that strange, I guess. Okay, now I've talked about it enough. It's not clickbait anymore. This is a legit murder case, you guys. Proper episode. Let's see, what else? What else? I wish Jeffrey was here. I think it was him who wasn't it him who wanted me to do that Red Cap Goblin episode? Because I just discovered this week that Santa Claus is also a red cap goblin. Interesting. It's very interesting. Santa is probably a murdering, bloodthirsty elf. I'm going to get banned from YouTube. I'm going to have to go soon and try to dig this coil out of here. It's roasted. Yeah, red cap goblin. Did you see the Duende video I did, Sock? I don't think a lot of people watched that video. I don't know how many views I have on it, but I don't think it's very many. YouTube shadow banning me and all that. Duendes and Goblins was the name of it. It's got 120 views. That's really not very good, I guess, but yeah, the little goblins caught on tape. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I thought about having a live stream party where I stream for like as many hours as it takes to get to 10,000 subscribers. It would probably take days, weeks, but yeah, I would like to get out of the hole pretty soon with my subscribers. It's getting ridiculous at this point. And I'm seeing all of these other channels pop up and just skyrocket through subscriber counts. And I'm just thinking, like, this is not fair. This is not fair at all. You guys be sure to tell everybody you know to come subscribe to Paranormally Correct on YouTube. Join the hashtag Boo Crew. Changing some things around in my schedule. I'm going to get back to uploading pretty soon, but I'm not going to like try to force myself to upload on a schedule. If I don't have anything interesting, I'm not going to just make trash just to have it upload. I like to only upload things when I really think that they're interesting and worth watching. But I'm gonna do my best to get that one video up tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how much work I need to do on it. Yeah, chew. All right, guys. I think I'm going to hop off here and lay down and read. If you guys have a Goodreads account, you should add me on Goodreads. It's just, I guess if you search Paranormally Correct, you'll find me. I plow through books like lightning on there. I don't know if you guys are much into like Goodreads and stuff like that, but if you are, follow me on there. Follow me on Twitter too. I have nobody over there. It's desolate. It's lonely. Need somebody to tweet me once in a while. Thank you all for coming to my sad little stream. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. You all have brightened my evening. Definitely come watch my video tomorrow when I get it posted. I will do my best to get it posted, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be up. Okay, so I'm gonna hop off here. You guys have a good night and a good rest of your weekend, and I may possibly stream again here in the next few days. I don't know. We'll see. I know nobody wants to watch the Friday streams because everybody's busy doing stuff. So I don't know if I should do the Friday streams or not, but I might, maybe, possibly. We'll see. All right, Sock. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.